Hello and welcome to another episode of Kickin' It with Coach C. I'm Diante Richardson, and as always, kicking it with my favorite coach, Isaac Collins. How you doing today, sir?
Great, doing great.
Good, good. And on this week's episode, we will be recapping the Pride's victory over Stevenson and Lebanon Valley. Due to Widener's fall break last week, wasn't able to record. We'll also be joined by offensive, defensive, and special teams player of the games from both weeks. But we'll get to them later. Right now, we're joined by Coach Kaufman and Coach Boyd. How you doing today, fellas?
Good. How you doing?
Start off with Coach Boyd. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Now, as one of the GAs on our staff, Coach, and explain to us what's your role on the partner staff?
Well, I oversee the video for the most part. I oversee the filmers, film practice and games. I handle the exchanges of video with opponents. I also help on the field with linebackers, assist Coach Collins with the linebackers, and also work with the offensive scout team to prepare our starting defense for games.
Okay. And also, as one of the youngest coaches on our staff, how you feel being fresh out of college and all that?
I'm just excited to stay involved in the game. I worked as a student assistant as an undergrad, and it's a tough business to crack, so I'm just happy to be part of a staff, and couldn't be happier here. Couldn't be working with a better head coach and a better staff, so it's been a good experience, and it's good.
Well, we're glad we have you with us. Coach Kaufman, how you doing today,
Hi,
sir?
Deontay.
As the coach of our running backs, how are you doing? How you feel like we're doing this year?
I feel like the offense is really clicking well. We're doing a lot of things. We're working as a team well offensively. The running backs are getting a good rotation in. They're following their assignments. And they're really coming together well at this point in the season.
Okay. And you're coming from a big program as well, Coach. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I coached in the Philadelphia School District for 4 years before I got hooked up with Temple University as a graduate assistant. I was there for 3 years under Coach L. Golden, and then I spent the winter briefly at a school, North Carolina Tech, before the opportunity came back for me to return to Philadelphia at Widener, and I jumped at the opportunity. Coming back to such a prestigious university, I was thrilled with the opportunity, and I'm very happy here.
Well, it's excellent to have both of you on our staff. So right now, let's go ahead and get to first half of Stevenson. Here's the highlights. First play, we see Cuvée Lafayette take a handoff and run upfield for a big gain, Coach.
Great to see him just kind of banging away in that run game. We talked about it last couple weeks, trying to get our run game going and also finding a way to get the ball to our backs. As you see Cuvée catch a swing pass here and make a couple guys miss and get down the sideline.
Yeah, able to catch the option and run into the side of 5. And we're able to finish it off as a pass to Dante Pergolisi as he able to score a touchdown here.
It's good to see offensively we got a bunch of different guys scoring, so you get down the red zone, you got to be able to capitalize, and our guys have been doing a great job all year.
Big defensive stop right here as we see a turnover is called and big quick change of possession.
Part of the field position, we want to be able to give turnovers defensively so that our offense has a short field to work with.
Right here, almost a touchdown, but not quite sure. Was that a touchdown, Coach?
No, it was just short. Great job by Jamal Dorsey here. They had ran that play earlier in the game, got a big yards on it. He came back, read it well. Nice TFL.
That's our defensive player of the game. That's one reason why he earned that position. Here you see the quarterback loses the ball. Big mistake on their part, but we're able to capitalize.
Just great hustle by the defense. It's a loose ball, a bunch of white jerseys flying around and getting to the football.
That's great, Coach. Was it a long trip over to Baltimore?
It wasn't a bad trip at all. I thought our guys, handled the travel well. As you see here, just being relentless defensively, causing another turnover.
Here's another play inside the red zone. Chris is able to meet up with another receiver as he's done all year so far. Now, we're joined with our offensive and defensive player of the game, Mike Passetti. How you doing today, sir?
All right, Deontay, how are you?
Good. As an offensive lineman, the first one we had on our show, how do you feel like we've been doing up front this season?
Up front, it's been a grind. We're not the biggest, we're not the strongest, but we're a blue-collar mentality group, and we work hard and we get the job done in the trenches.
That's good. And as well, you have a brother that's also down there in the trenches battling alongside of you. Speak on that.
Jerry plays right tackle. He's a year older than me. He's always been my mentor. He's always been there, and it's just great to be playing together again.
That's amazing. It's a good feeling to be able to push each other. Have y'all been doing that since you've been young?
Yeah, we haven't had too many opportunities to play together in midget football, but in high school we played together for 2 years, and that was a great time.
Okay, well, that's great to have both of you up front. Now let's get on to Jamal Dorsey, our defensive player of the game. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How do you feel like the linebackers have been doing this season thus far?
I feel like we've been doing a good job getting to the ball. We haven't making all our reads correctly, but our speed as a core has helped us a lot.
That's good. That's good to see. And as a own player, this is your second year here as well, right? How do you feel that we're going to be able to build for the future?
I feel like we're on the right track. Like if we win out this year, we'll obviously be in the playoffs and maybe doing big things after that. And next year, I feel like we have a lot of people coming back. We're young, and there's a lot of people who are doing the right things to get better.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. So, right now, Coach, how do you feel that we did in the first half against Stevenson?
Well, I think, when you look at just any time you're taking a road trip and you're playing against a good football team, the challenges that you face with trying to make the transition from not being at home, not in your comfort level, is tough. And when you have a young football team, you're always concerned about that. So certainly, that first half was a little bit of a dogfight, a little bit more than what we wanted. But I think ultimately we talked at halftime about just settling down, getting off to a fast start, and coming out and playing Widener football, and that's what our guys did.
That's good to hear. Well, let's go ahead and get into our second half highlights right now. Off the back, another big play by one of our tailbacks here, digging upfield.
Terrence Morrison just running hard, being physical. It's just great to see.
Kid's been playing hard all season, Coach. His balance is just impeccable on our defense, on our offense. How do you feel like he's done so far?
He's done great. It's been a pleasure just watching him develop. I remember him as a freshman. He was on scout team a year ago, and it's great to see him making plays for us.
Big play back here, but as the defense is not fooled by a reverse here by Stevenson.
Great job by Laquan Robinson making a big play for us.
And another play right here, the quarterback is sacked on the goal line. We're able to pin him deep.
Derek Johnson beating his man, finishing the play.
Big number 99 making plays as usual. And here we see the special teams player of the game, Anthony Davis, is able to shake off tackles and take one to the house.
Just great vision, great strength as he breaks tackles and gets to the end zone.
Back on defense, another big stop in the backfield as the defensive line is able to get to the quarterback. Inside the red zone, we're able to run another play that's been working for us all season. Coach Brendan Curran checking in another touchdown.
It's great to see him just finishing off drives.
Right here in the slide, we see Anthony Davis dig upfield, make a catch and a spin out.
Good change of direction there.
Great change of direction, yeah, that's nice. Another one from our wide receiver core is Chris is able to find him deep, and for another touchdown, goes up and get it at his highest point. Coach, isn't that what we teach?
That's a great job right there, just doing what you're coached to do.
That's good, that's good. Now, we're joined by a special teams player of the game, Anthony Davis, one of the freshmen on our staff that's also been here today. How you feeling today, sir?
I'm good, Diante. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. How's it feel to be after coming behind and playing in the high school with our well, not really previous, but also our really big returner from Chester High School as well. What are you guys putting in the water over there at Chester to make you guys return the ball like this?
Dedication.
Dedication?
Dedication.
Man, because I mean, like some of the moves you guys be putting on is crazy. How do you feel like you can also develop from here, starting out at such a high level as a freshman?
Disciplining myself.
That's good. That's good. I mean, we're glad to have you. Can you tell us a little bit about your background from Chester High School?
Well, raised out in Chester. It was rough. Going right places, staying out of trouble. But I had good people behind me to back me up.
That's good. Well, we're glad we're all as a family here, and we're glad to back you up. It's good to have you on our staff. Now, for next game, let's get into Lebanon Valley, this week's game. Here's the first half highlights. First play, we see the quarterback try to get out the pocket and get elusive, but we make a big fourth down stop here on this play.
Great job in coverage there. Forced them to pull it down, and we were able to stop them just short of getting the first down.
Right here, as we see a nice play to the corner of the end zone by Carmen.
Again, scoring in the red zone is critical for our success this year.
Another play, Chris Hopper's able to find a slot receiver and is able to go in for another touchdown.
Great accuracy on that throw.
Right here we see the defensive player of the game. No, actually that was Brandon Harper as he's able to lay out and make a play.
Great to see a freshman there kind of clean up. It was a little bit of a coverage bust, but he made up for it and did a great job with it.
Right here, we are able to find our offensive player of the game, Diante Richardson, as he's able to dig upfield for a catch. Big play by him. And here we see the senior making another big play, Cedric Clayton, able to go up and get it over the defender as for a touchdown. Pretty excited here.
Great emotion, great emotion.
Yeah, this was a pretty big game, Coach. Can you explain the significance of winning this game?
Well, I mean, we were both in place, second place, and we're kind of, chasing Delaware Valley, who's at the top of our conference. So for us, every game's big here on out, and our guys have done a really good job of just steadily improving. That's what we have to do. It's great to see us get in the end zone there again with a great pass, great accuracy by Chris. He's playing well for us.
Big emotion shown by the players as well.
Gary Fish, great job, just kind of coming across middle of the field, reading the quarterback, gets a deflection. Great hustle by Laquan Robinson to pick it off, and then just they formed a wall for him, and as you can see him accelerate down the sideline. All the guys did a great job of not making a bad mistake there by blocking in the back, and we were able to get 7 points off of it.
That was also right before the half as well, right, Coach?
Right before the half. They were trying to drive to get some points before the half, and we were able to turn them away. And not only do that, we were able to get some points on the board as well.
That was an excellent play by the defense. Now we're joined by offensive and defensive player of Lebanon Valley game, and we're starting out with the offensive player, Diante Richardson. How you doing today?
Good. How you doing, Diante?
Coming out of the tight end spot, you also came into the school as a running back. So how was it making a transition into tight end, and how do you fit there?
It wasn't too much of a difference, fullback to tight end. A lot of the same kind of blocking. I'm always blocking linebackers and defensive linemen, so it wasn't too much of a difference.
And also later in the game, you also had a pretty athletic play, pretty acrobatic play. What do you think about that?
Well, that was like something that started back in high school when I would get into the open field, and I was always one of the biggest running backs. So safeties would always try to dive at my legs instead of try to tackle me up top. So instead of trying to run them over, I would jump over them. So
that looked like LeGarrette Blunt. That looked pretty darn good right there. Now, but we're good to have you on our staff, on our team, and I'm hoping for good things in the future with you.
Thank you.
All right. Right now, we're going to go to the defensive player of the game. The first freshman we had on here as a defensive player of the game, Nick Rodriguez. How you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little about where you're from and how you did in high school to get recruited here.
Well, I'm from South Jersey, Hannaford. In high school, we won Group 2 championship, and the recruiting process was not really hard. I found Widener really close to home, good academic-wise, and the football team was up and coming. So it just made my decision pretty easy.
That's good. So you played some pretty big plays this week. How do you feel about yourself? Sticking people left and right, not turning down as left tackles try to get in your face, just being pretty darn relentless as this Pride defense has been all season. How you feel about that?
I mean, it's just something that we have to do as a defense. I mean, just because I'm a freshman doesn't mean that I can't step up and make plays for the team.
That's good. Well, it's good to have you on our team. As being a freshman, we're going to have you around for a good while, and that's good. So let's get into the second half highlights. Right off the back, you see Chris Hop check down, and Diante Richardson once again going over the top and landing on somebody's back, a free play that you sometimes see in only NFL games. Coach, what do you think about that?
It was a phenomenal play, very athletic move. I think it even surprised him a little bit because a little pause after he landed back on his feet, but just great determination to continue to kind of advance the football down the field.
Amazing play, amazing. Right here at wide receiver, once again, being able to go up top and high point it as we've always been teaching. Not just another big play by the senior, Cedric Clayton.
Yeah, we talked about just being playmakers and being able to go up and get the ball. It's a great job by Chris putting it where he could get it.
Right here, we're able to finish, as always, down in the red zone by our run game.
It's a great job here by Terrence Morrison, just running hard, breaking tackles, running behind his pads.
Being a big playmaker, as always, with his balance and everything is key. It's key. Defense here, making another big stop.
It's a great job there by our defensive end, Chad Gravenese, just punching the ball loose and blue shirts hustling to it.
Out here on return, give it to Laquan Robinson, which was a big mistake on their part. Is he able to make two people miss? Run up the sideline, blazing down the field. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he's in the end zone. Look at him.
Another great job here on defense. Dylan Dittmer rushing in, getting a good punch on the ball, ripping it out, taking it, and advancing it back down the field.
During the game, Coach, it almost looked like he was handing the ball to him, Coach. What do you say about that?
Well, our guys, we talked about we got to create turnovers against this football team because they're a good football team, and they're very prolific on offense, so we certainly had our hands full.
And we see that was a great victory over Lebanon Valley as well, as we was able to go 5-0 at the Den. Great by our team. Now we're here joined by special teams player of the game as well as preseason All-American, Laquan Robinson. How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good. With all the pressure of being what you've done last year, coming into this season as an All-American and everything, how do you feel that have you conformed with the pressure?
I wouldn't say it's a lot of pressure, but I have to be a leader on the team. If I can't do the things that I'm expected to do as a preseason All-American, I try to do things that can help the team. That's defense, special teams, blocking for Anthony Davis. If he catches the ball, I just try to get myself involved with all aspects of the game.
Well, being able to be here with Coach Collins for his first season and his second season, how do you feel like we've developed as a unit from last year to this year and where we can go in the future?
I think bringing in the new staff with Coach Collins and new guys was the best thing that happened here because we all coming together as a team. We're like a family more, and Coach Collins is a great coach.
That's good. Well, it's great to have such an amazing athlete on our team. So we'll finish with Coach Collins here. Coach, how do you feel that we're going into this week? What we need to do to get ready for Albright?
Well, I think, for us, it's back to the basics again. We sound like a broken record, but ultimately, if we're going to have, success or have the season we're capable of having, we got to take it one day at a time, one practice at a time. We got to focus on the details. I think for us, as you look at what we've done this season, you can see us just getting better each week. And the good news is, and I shared this with the reporters, our season gets tougher. We're playing, the best teams in our conference, and you wouldn't want to have it any other way. As we go down the home stretch, we like to believe, hopefully, we're going to be at our best. And if we go out and practice and we're able to execute, I think we'll have a great opportunity to go up and compete with Albright, and that's really all we're ever going to ask. They're a great football team. They got great skill. They got a physical offensive and defensive line. So certainly we're going to have our hands full, but we're excited about the challenge, and I think if we do the little things and we just go through and take it one step at a time, one day at a time, I think we'll have a chance to be competitive, and that's all we're going to ask for.
That's good. Well, let's go ahead and get ready for this big game that we have this week. But for now, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for joining me and Coach C. Come and kick it with us next week. Peace.